Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. A couple weeks ago, RetroScaler released another cool custom replacement shell, this time for the PS1, and they asked me if I want to try it, and of course my answer is yes. So a couple weeks later, I got this one. So without further ado, let's open it up and have a look. As you can see, with the box you will receive some logos too. This is a crystal clear version or the glass version, however there's also more colors available. At the first touch, the plastic feels like the original version, slightly rough, but the quality feels good. The top case came already pre-assembled, so you just need to add the memory card doors later. All the buttons and also the CD door seems to work just fine, so yeah, feels like the original. It came also with new memory card doors, new fits and also new bolts. So to try this shell we need a real PS1, so I buy for 15 euros this SCPH102 version. It's in a decent shape with just the memory card door broken, with some rust in this bottom shell that I can see from these pants. Hope nothing too crazy, however it still works just fine. So without losing any more time, let's swap these shells and see how this thing looks in this new RetroScaler crystal clear shell. Stick around. First, with a small Phillips head screwdriver, remove the bottom 6 screws. After that, just lift the top assembly of the console. On the top assembly, we'll need to remove 3 more Phillips head screws to remove this metal shield that we're gonna need to the new shell. For the rest of the top assembly, we can put it aside because we don't need anything else. Next, simply lift and remove the motherboard and CD reader from the top part of the console. And well, looks like the rust is much more than I was expecting. In fact, even the motherboard looks really bad. It works fine, but yeah, it looks awful. However, I already was thinking about not to use the bottom shield of this console to expose the motherboard, so now I am 100% sure that I'm not gonna use it. So next we need to remove the 2 cables that connect the CD reader to the motherboard, and next separate the 3 parts. And this is all the parts we're gonna need to transplant to the new shell. The motherboard, of course, the CD reader, this metal plate from the top assembly, and this motherboard metal cover. However, this metal plate needs some TLC, so I will give it a quick paint. And also the plastic from the CD reader with the same color to match, maybe orange. As for the motherboard, I think with a good clean it will look better. So let's give a quick clean to all the parts before we start the reassembly. It's already next day here, and as you can see the motherboard looks okay, not perfect, but will do. And as for the orange parts, they are already painted, dried and ready to be reassembled again. For the reassembly, I start by gluing the 4 new rubber fits. Then the motherboard can go in. Then the freshly painted metal plate. We need to partially reassemble the CD reader and then install it into the motherboard. On the top assembly, we need to install the new memory card doors with the new little springs and the old metal plate that we got from the old shell. And then we just need to join the bottom part to the top part. Be sure the old buttons and the memory card doors work flawlessly. Install the screws. Glue the new logos in place and we are done. And this is it, another RetroScaler shell that came out really well. The quality, as I already mentioned before, it's really good. All the parts fit well, buttons work well, there's no gaps or anything abnormal, so overall this thing is perfect. The little orange that I had on the metal plate and the CD reader also had a different touch to the overall look of the console. Of course, and as I say every time, these type of cases aren't for the most purist or for those who like the consoles the most original possible. These cases are for people like me who like to see things a little bit different but with some quality too. The only thing that I really don't like is the button decals. I think they could be engraved into the plastic directly or made differently, but it is what it is. Now it's time to see if this thing still works and play something. Even if you are the most purest collector, you gotta admit that crystal versions look really good. So this case is available of course on RetroScaler store in the link on the description below. You can also use the code for an extra discount. And as always, thanks for watching, see you in the next one.